everyone, Matty here from Broxton. Today we're going to be looking at Instarmac Pro Bed, which is a cementitious based product from the same people who brought us Flow Point. So many of you will have used that now and have confidence in the name. It comes in 25 kg bags, so little handy bags for finishing off areas or doing little individual jobs. On this one that we're going to be doing today, on this patio, we've got jumbo bags. Some of the benefits of it are for me anyway, the initial setting strength is really good. So within 3 hours you can walk over it. So many landscapers will have been in a situation where you say you're paving down the side of a house and you need to get access into the back, and it's just awkward because you just laid it and you can't. So potentially you could be barrowing soil or whatever over that area that you've laid in the afternoon. So that's a big thing. And then once it's fully cured, it goes to 40 kilonewtons, which is a really high setting strength. It complies with British standard 7533, and every one is going to be the same because it's all batched. So literally all you do is just add your water on site, which we'll be showing you when we use that today. You can use it at a lower temperature than sand and cement, so you go from 2 degrees. You can be using that, which coming into the winter, that's a big thing. And you can actually lay it down to 10 mil. You can go to 75 and you can go down to 10. If you're doing it 10, then 1 ton will get you around 40 meters, which is a lot. It's a long way, big area. And if you use the full system, so if you're going to be using the Pro Bed, the Pro Prime and the Flow Points, then Instarmac will guarantee that installation. So that's a big selling point, and it's peace of mind for not only yourself but also for the customer too. So we're going to be giving it a whirl. Enough talking, let's get to site and get it done, eh? Right, okay, so we've got our 3 ton here. It comes in bulk bags. You can get them in small 25 kilogram bags, as I said earlier, but these for large areas, we've got this, and it'll roughly cover about 18 meters at 30 mil. So we've got enough here to do the whole job. So this is how they come, like this, with just a bulk bag. And then so they've got this outer layer and then wrapped up inside. It's got another covering which is zip tied. Get the knife on that. So this is just to keep the contents dry. It's basically like a bag of cement. It's not vacuum sealed, but it's got these 2 covers on just to keep it dry. So like at the end of the day, you just cover it back up, and then there it is inside there. Beautiful. Get started. So this is how we like to open the bags. We cut both the outer bag and the inner, fold it back, and then when we use it, it's easy access. And then if you don't use it all in one day, you can fold it back over and then put a sheet on it as well, as advisable, because you want to keep all the moisture out.
Don't wanna miss out on adventures So the mix is done. Best way to test it, check whether you've got enough water in it, is to grab it in your hand like that so it forms a ball. Throw it about 3 foot in the air. It should keep its shape in the air, and then when it lands it should dispel and break up a bit. Let's test. Yeah, all good. Let's get it out. Okay, so we're just getting the Pro Primer ready for the back of the flag. So Craig's just mixing up the product into like a nice slurry. So you need to mix it for 3 to 5 minutes to form a nice lump-free paste-like consistency of like a thick porridge. If you're laying a lot of the paving, then you can mix the whole bag. If you do that, then you want about 7 litres of water. But we usually just mix it up as we go. It's good practice to brush the back of the flags to move any dust or residue from the manufacturing process. If it's raining and they're quite wet on the back, it's good to use a sponge or a squeegee just to get the excess water off the back. When you're putting the paste on, put it on nice and thick, like 1 to 2 mil. Try and get to all the edges, and don't be tempted to scrimp on this part, just get it on nice and thick. A massive bonus to the Pro Prime is that you can actually extend the pot life. It doesn't go off too quick. You can knock it up in the tub, and unlike cement and SBR, which like harden really quickly at the bottom, but don't be tempted to add water to it because that actually has the adverse effect and speeds up the curing process. It's nice and easy to use this product, and some other brands we find it very gritty, whereas this is nice and smooth and it applies really easily. So another benefit of the Pro bed is the bonding strength on its own. Even without the primer, it's got 1.1 newtons of bonding strength alone. You might say, why is that needed if you're using a primer, which is a fair point, but doubled up it's over 3 newtons combined. But what you've also got to think of is the sub base to the bedding course. That's going to have a good bond between the two, which is always a good thing. So as you can see, it handles pretty much like a normal mix, but you've got all the benefits associated with the Pro bed. Nice one, kidder. So we'll do it, do 1v1 there, Crag. Yeah, 3v2 that way, 2v2 there. And then a 3v2 here to come back in line there. Yeah?
Yeah. So what do you want to go for?
You happy with that? Let's go for the 2v there. 2v2. So at the moment we're bedding roughly about 30 mil here, 25-30 mil, which is ideal. These type of flags, they are calibrated, but there's probably a tolerance of like 5 mil in the thickness. So bigger the bed, the more play you've got when you're knocking them down. On porcelain, obviously they're all the same thickness, so you can probably go a bit tighter with your bed there, but it's nicer to have a bit more to play with on these flags especially. But you can go down to 10mm, which is handy, and up to 75 in one go, one pass. But hopefully our bed isn't out that far, eh, Craig?
Hopefully. Pretty sure it's not.
Nice to feel the sun on your back, innit? I couldn't have picked a better day to have off yesterday, could I? Oh, sorry.
No, at least the sun's shining today.
I've had my fair share of wet days over the years, don't Craig? What's that one? What thickness is that, mate? About
20.
About average, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful.
We watch the sun go down over the same old town, like so many times before. We look at the same old.
So it handles pretty much, well, the same as a normal mixture used for flagging, sharp sand, grit sand, but say it's slightly lighter, like a lighter sand, which is nicer to work with and easier on the wrist. A bit more fluffy, isn't it, Craig? Which makes it nicer to spread out, to be honest. Give that a whirl, eh? I always like to, what I call, flush up my edges, any voids, just use the surplus. Pull up the edge. One reason, it, like I said, fills any voids. Also, at the end of the day, when you come back in the morning, you're going to be able to get your flag right up to it. And not have to chisel it off. Still set past this, which is one of the qualities of it. Okay, just wrapping things up now. Having used ProBed for the first time, I was very impressed with it. I think it's a great material, high end, high performing. Probably the takeaway point I'd say is, if you are going to use it, make sure you get your sub base right, nice and tight, and utilise the fact that you can lay it to 10mm. So like I said, in order to do that, you've got to get your sub base right. So spend time on that and get that material to go as far as possible. I also like the way it comes in a bag, dry. This time of year, that's a big thing, because sometimes, you know, you get your sand and it's the bottom part saturated and can't use. So I like that you know what you're getting when it turns up on site. Big question, will it replace sand and cement? No, it won't.
is there a market for it? Will people use it? Yeah, I think they will. I think a lot of people out there will want to give it a whirl and try it. And I'd maybe say don't judge it until you have used it. Please let me know in the comments what you think, and if you do use it again, let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Keep paving.